Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, channel name is Alba Stitcher. I thought today I would do a quick update. Today is Wednesday the 19th of January. I'm kind of in the position where I feel as if January is never coming to an end, but also everything seems to be passing really quickly. So yeah, I'm in a very kind of strange place. I'm looking a bit, I think, bedraggled. I've been working, so yeah, I thought I would film today. It's been 2 weeks since my last update, and I don't have a lot, but I have some stuff that I would like to share with you. This is Flosstube number 28. I did check. I can't believe Flosstube 28. I'm not quite sure how that happened. I remember when I first started, very different situation. Almost feels like a lifetime ago. But yeah, I'm happy that people seem to enjoy my videos, which is great. I always love getting my comments. I've got a few more new subscribers, so welcome. And if you're returning, you're very brave. Very brave for listening to me waffle on about stitching. I have a finish, which is great, and I have some whips that I've worked on, something new that I've started, and I have a little bit of haul, not much, so it'll not be a long video. But I just wanted to. There was a couple of questions first of all about my family and then about me. So first of all, things are not crystal clear yet with my dad. There's still a lot of tests going on. So yeah, if once I have news that I feel I can share, then I'll certainly share it. And thanks for your good wishes. Yeah. As for me, I'm doing great. I've been back at the physio. I have another appointment, I think, next week. Things are looking really good for my my leg and my ankle. I still have to go back to see the orthopedic surgeon, I think, in the beginning of February. But I would say I'm kind of 90% there. If I'm being brutally honest, about 90%. I still struggle with stairs going down. Apart from that, everything else seems to be okay. So yeah, that's the kind of situation with me. A lot of you like the difference in my hair. I just when I dry it, I just dry it a bit differently. And instead of using my straighteners, I make it a bit curly or sometimes a bit frizzy. So that's the difference with my hair, nothing else. But I'm thinking I need my roots done, so I need to get an appointment booked. But anyway, you're not here to hear about all that waffle. You want to know about what I've been stitching on, and if there's anything exciting happening. Exciting for stitching, maybe for me. But let us start with my finish. Now, I don't know what's come over me, but I have finished the wonderful zebra sampler. Now, this was, I think, first brought to us by Michelle, Mama Loves UGB, here on Flosstube and Instagram. She had come across this sampler, and I think there was quite a few of us just thought, oh yes, that's nice. Who doesn't like to stitch a zebra? So I started this, I think, back in, I don't know, early last year. And I had stitched quite a lot. And I don't know why I put it down. To be honest, I don't know why. I think possibly the fabric. This is Red Pear by Weeks, the old Weeks. So it's not on Zweigart. It's a very loose weave, so much so that the over one was killing me. And I just stopped it. But yeah, I stitched this with the called for threads, which are a couple of DMCs, and I chose to put it on the Red Pear. Now, I'm not sure the colour's really shown as it should. Try a bit closer, but yeah, maybe not. Yeah, it is. You can notice it's quite vibrant because it's quite washed out, but it's not like that in real life. But yeah, so I finished this. I had thought in the new year maybe I'll pick up some old whips and see what I can get done. And actually, something else that I've stitched on is a whip from last year. I just thought I would stitch and see how far I would get, and yeah, and this is it. Now, I will link below in the description box the email address where you can buy the chart, because it's not kind of freely available in your local needlework shops, but you can certainly get it. And I loved it. You'll have noticed that I left off at the bottom here, the date. I wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. And I had kind of, the over one had really, because I had tried several times to put the over one in, and yeah, the stitches were just horrible on this fabric. I have quite a big piece of this fabric, and I had planned to use, although I'm not very good at positioning, but I had planned to use the other part. But you know, I'm not even sure I'm going to use the other part. It's not worth the heartache. But yeah, so this was another finish for 2022. So I'm quite pleased. I finished it a few days ago, I think, and that was like 2 finishes in the first 2 weeks of the year. So here's hoping that the year continues like this for me and my stitching. So yeah, I had a finish. So what else did I work on in the last 2 weeks? I actually, the project that I thought I would work on, I didn't. And I picked up, you may remember last May, I started all 4 of the Blackbird Designs Christmas samplers, and I've already finished the first one, and this is number 4, which is Christmas Rose. You'll have seen it. It's very popular, and it is actually a very enjoyable stitch. So here is my, I'm just checking my fabric. Yeah, so it's a seraphim fabric. 28, and she still doesn't know what she's doing on these videos. I'm sure it will come. Anyway, so this is the seraphim fabric, and I just picked this up, and I thought I would quite like to work a little bit more on that sampler and see what I can get done. So it doesn't look like much, but I did stitch quite a lot on it. Yeah, so a lesson for me is always to keep on top of the border. Don't let the border kind of wait till the end, because yeah, then I don't enjoy it. So I started out with good intentions with the border, but I didn't really get that far. And I had hoped that when I was stitching the other day that I would get the alphabet finished, but I didn't. And then I lost a couple of days of stitching because I wasn't feeling so good. So although it's been 2 weeks, it's not been 2 weeks of stitching for me. But yeah, I did get some more done, and my plan is to try and get this one finished this year. I don't want to put a date on it. I'm really enjoying just stitching what I want, when I want, how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm really liking how it's turning out. I really like the subtle differences in some of the colour changes as well. But yeah, so I worked a bit on that, and here are the threads. I think they're all weeks. It's all weeks. So it's really quite a nice, subtle, almost, it's very neutral, but a very subtle palette of threads as well. So yeah, my plan is then to stitch a little bit more on that. I really enjoy the Blackbird design charts. They're very easy to follow. So yeah, and I'll put this away because it's always like a car crash when I'm finished. So I also stitched a little bit on my Nora Corbett glittering leaves. You may remember this one that I've been working on, and I'm beginning to think maybe I want to focus on this one to try and get it finished, because I enjoy working on. I'm just moving a thread here. Oh yeah, it could be that it's not. I just stopped. I don't know when I was stitching it, but I just stopped. Just stopped mid-stitch. That's it. I've had enough. I need to go to my bed. So here is what I've done so far, and I've just really been working up here on the various leaves, but there's not a lot. Well, there's a lot left, but I would quite like to try and get the goal of all the stitching done, and then just leaving the few, maybe some of the back stitch and the beads. So I would like that maybe as my next goal. So hopefully the next time I show you this, all that kind of stitching will be done, all the cross stitching will be done, and it will just be back stitch and the beading to be done. And this is Sportsfield by Joderi Designs. I'm in their Fabric of the Month club, and this was one that was sent out, I think, September of last year, and I really like it. And you know, when I started stitching this, when I first saw the chart, it was very autumnal, which is what I like. And when I got the threads, I thought, oh, those threads are brighter than I thought. And then when I've started stitching it, although it is, some parts are autumnal, it's quite vibrant as well. So yeah, that's my progress there. This may well be a focus piece, I think, in the next couple of weeks, so that I can get it done, because I have a few Nora Corbetts lined up that I would like to stitch, but I don't want to have hundreds of them on the go. I've got hundreds of whips anyway, but I would like to try and get some sort of achievement. Then I had picked up a new star. I had mentioned it, I think, in my video, first video of the year, that I wanted to do some, what did I want to do? Some Valentine stitching. Oh my goodness. It's been a long day, folks. It's been a long day, and now I've just dropped everything. Please hold. Yeah, you got it. So I showed this little chart here. I've had this in my stash forever and a day. And I thought, you know, it is Valentine's-y because it's all about love, but it's a kind of little bit of a winter as well, because she's got a scarf on, or he's got a scarf on, and some earmuffs. And I thought, I think I would like to stitch that. And I was in two minds about the fabric. I didn't know what I was going to do. So anyway, I've started, and this is where I'm at. So I'll show you this. And so this is called Love is Hot by Madame Chantilly, or Madame Chantilly if you want. And this is completed on, this is a Zweigart printed fabric with the little love hearts. It's very similar to the one that they do with the little dots on it. And I've made pretty good progress on it. I'll tell you what, I don't like stitching over the printed solid. These ones here that are open, very easy. But see these solid hearts? Oh, I don't like how my stitches look. These are the threads. They're all DMC. There's only 4 threads in it. And to be frank, I should have maybe have updated the threads a little bit. I think I would have preferred maybe a stronger red rather than this kind of more Merlot red, burgundy red. I think maybe I'd have preferred maybe like a Turkish red or licorice red. Maybe them would have been better, but yeah, I didn't, and I went with it. But I'll stick with it and get it finished. Probably approaching halfway, I think. But it's quite a cute little stitch, and I'm thinking when it's done I'll get it as a flat fold, and I can just put it out at kind of February time, around Valentine's Day. But I wanted to do something. I have another Valentine's piece that I have kitted up, but I don't think I'll have time to do that without moving on, because there's so many other things to stitch. So yeah, I think that's all the stitching I have done in the last 2 weeks. So not a lot, but enough, I think, to give you a little update. But I also have some haul to show, and I have a little giveaway to do as well, so I hope you stick around. The first thing is, let me do some haul. So I'm sure you have all seen this by Hands Across the Sea, the Rose and the Giant Pear, and I just absolutely loved it. I have a few Hands Across the Sea and I haven't started them, but when I saw this one I just kind of fell in love with it. I love the fact that the pear is bigger than the house. Who doesn't love a big pear? So I ordered it up, came really quickly from Hands Across the Sea, and I've been through my stash for the DMC and I'm sure I've got them all. And I just need to choose some fabric. I'm not sure which fabric, but this will probably be started before you see me again. Not sure how much I'll get done, but I really love it. And there's some finishes already on Instagram. Yeah, they're fabulous. It looks really good. It's not huge. It's 177 by 65, I think. So it's not huge. A lot of solid stitch in there, but I'm looking forward to it. The threads are great. The kind of shades of them. So yeah, that was my purchase. I also purchased this chart. Kit it is. And this is another historical sampler company one, and it was one that was in the sale. And it's a Home Sweet Home, because as you know, I will be moving back into my own house here in Scotland later on this year. The only delay was because of my lovely broken leg, and I wanted to do something, I think, for the entranceway, and I saw this and I thought I quite liked that. So yeah, I picked that one up. Have no plans to start it anytime soon. And this is different from the other Historical Sampler Company one that I bought, which is in like a bag, but this one is just like a normal kit. But everything's included. It's got the linen and it's got the threads. It's not so big, so I'll certainly be working on that later on in the year. And then I picked this up off Stash Unload. I have a few full sets of the Country Cottage Needleworks. I have like the House of the Month. I've got Frosty Forest, and I think I might also have Christmas Village. But actually, none of them have really called to me. And then someone was selling these ones, and this is the full set of the Welcome to the Forest. So you'll have seen these. These are like really cute little animals. Oh yeah, that's good, Amanda. That was obviously when I was looking at the threads. And I've seen these done on a full, like in a full piece, one large piece. And I'm thinking that I would quite like to do it. So somebody was selling them, as I say, on one of the Stash Unload sites. So I bought them. I looked at the threads to see if I had any, but I'm kind of thinking I would like to start this maybe later on in the year. But I definitely like it, so I bought that. I also, to my defence, this was ordered before Christmas. It was not ordered this year, but it was a piece as if I need any more fabric, because you know, if you've been following me, I had a beautiful Chromatic Alchemy advent box, but this was a piece. Right. Sorry, I'll just open it because you know you don't see any of the fabric through these rust paper bags. So. Here it is. Now this was her fabric of the month from December. Now I bought this thinking I would do a Halloween piece on it, but now I'm not so sure. It's not exactly as I imagined. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a great piece. But I think for the project that I wanted to do it on, there's probably too much mottling. So yeah, that I'm trying to give you a good kind of colour, but it is very, very, very vibrant, and that's fine for me. But the mottling, I think, is just a bit too much for the project that I thought I was going to use it for. And the project I was thinking about using it for is the Clouds Factory Haunted House. This is, so you can see it is very mottled. Clouds Factory, the Haunted House. I've seen Jessie Marie has finished it and I loved it. And somebody else has started it, and yeah, so I've got it and I have it all kitted up except for fabric. It's the only thing I'm not sure about. And I thought this one would have been good, but I don't think it will work. So yeah, I got this. And the only other purchase I have in the last couple of weeks was my threads from the thread club that I'm in with Lakeside Needlecraft for Classic Colorworks, and they came in. So yeah, I got all my threads. I'm going to get my board so you can kind of see them. I'll not go through them. You've kind of seen threads, but yeah, it's always nice to get an array of threads. And that's all I've purchased in the last couple of weeks. What else? I think that's it. I think I'll do a giveaway. So this is the first giveaway for 2022. And I stitched this chart a while ago, and I don't know exactly when, but a couple of years ago, maybe 2018, maybe 2017. And I actually really love it because I love Paris. I really enjoy there, and I enjoyed being so close when I lived in the Netherlands as well. It was only kind of like 3.5 hours on the train. So yes, I would like to give away this chart. This is actually a duplicate chart. I have another chart in my stash, so do not be surprised at some point in the future that there is another giveaway with this chart in it. But this one's not being used. But I stitched this on a white or cream Aida with black and a purple, I think 32 or 33 DMC and a petite treasure braid. And I did go looking for it to share it here, but it must be within my boxes, my stuff that I've brought over from the Netherlands, so I couldn't put my hands on it quickly. But yeah, I stitched it. It's a really nice stitch, and if I can, I will show it to you. And if you've followed me on Instagram, you will have seen it there. But yeah, so I would like to give away this chart. All you need to do is put the word Paris in your comments, and I'll do the search before my next video, which will be in a couple of weeks' time. And then you can win the chart. So I might throw in some threads as well. It most likely won't be the called for threads, because if you look, the called for threads are all quite, in my opinion, quite dark. So you might want to mix it up a little bit, but yeah, I'll probably throw in a couple of threads as well. So use the word Paris, and I'll draw before my next video. I think that's it. It's really short and sweet this time. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's all I have for you today. I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. I hope everyone is well, and I hope you enjoy the video. Please like, and if you've not subscribed, it would be nice if you do subscribe. I will say that please, if you're entering the giveaway, to be over 18, because you need to be able to give me your address, and I would prefer if you were a subscriber, but it's fine if you decide not to. And I'll see you in 2 weeks' time, so enjoy the rest of January. Bye.